Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome back to Chasing Guitars, my new YouTube channel where I'm showing, basically chased old and used guitars and newer guitars, as long as they're used, and some great gear. I'm going to start doing some demos and stuff. Like I said, I'm still working out the kinks to getting a better sound, better lighting, all that stuff, so I can play for you guys some. So anyway, I was mentioning in one of the last episodes how I've been hunting around and I found this Yamaha. It's SE203M. I believe it's made in Taiwan. And I paid 50 bucks for it. I believe it's an ash body. It feels like ash. It's pretty heavy. And I'll tell you, it's in great shape, man, for 50 bucks. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think it's an expensive guitar. It's probably a $200 guitar as far as now, but as far as Yamaha goes, all their gear, way back in the day from what I can remember, they were making pianos and sound gear and guitars and acoustic guitars, and the quality of Yamaha has always been there that I can remember. Even those cheap Pacificas you pick up, they always, which I had a couple of those Pacifica Tellies years ago, and they always played well. It was always made very well. That's what I can say about this guitar. I mean, it's a basic bridge with the inexpensive saddles with the tremolo, 3 singles, 2 knobs, speed knobs. I don't know if they're original or not. 3-way selector. I'm sorry, 5-way selector. The tuning pegs, I think are Yamaha, inexpensive, but I mean, they work good. They remind me of like old Schallers. The maple neck, and I'll tell you, it plays like a dream, man. It plays great. It plays like an old Strat. It actually reminds me of an old 70s Strat I had. The wood, the neck on the wood almost looks identical to my old Strat. It feels like it. I think I had a 76 with a maple neck. I think it was a 76, 75, 76, around that year. And I'll tell you, it feels just like my old Strat neck. So I picked this one up, and I got lucky. The guy I got this from knew somebody else selling a Yamaha, which will bring us to the next one. So if you see these and you get it cheap, I'd pick it up. It's a great guitar for the money, a great backup Strat. If you like Strats, this is it for a quarter of the price. So this gentleman referred me to his friend. This guitar needs to be cleaned up. It's a RGX110, the Ranger, and the ones I've seen online go from about $250, something like that, about $450. Supposedly it's a rare model they did. It's got the cutaways here. One humbucker, which screams. This humbucker, I was going to take it out and put it in something else, but I like to keep guitars original, so I'm going to leave it in. Got the same kind of inexpensive Yamaha bridge. I'm guessing this was 80s too, like the last one, or 90s, probably late 80s, when the whole shred thing was coming out, with the one knob, like after Eddie Van Halen. Input. It's got a finished neck, which I don't really care for that much. I mean, unless I'm playing a Les Paul or something, or an Explorer or something like that. But on Strats, I usually don't like that, but it plays really nice. It's a very fast neck. And it's a comfortable guitar, you know, and I really don't like the aesthetic of it. It's okay. It really needs to be cleaned up. What else with this thing? It needs a back plate, so I got to make a back plate for it. I was thinking about sanding it down and maybe putting a stain on it or painting it, but I do like to keep things original for the most part unless I'm building them. So I'm probably just going to clean it up and maybe sell it so I can buy more stuff. It's got the inexpensive tuners on it. But the body is a really nice cut body. It actually reminds me of, I don't know if you guys remember when Chandler came out in the 80s. They were making replacement bodies and necks, like when Jackson was making replacement necks and Charvel, and then there was Chandler. And I had a Chandler body that was like this, and I regret to this day getting rid of. I sold it to a friend of mine who was a Jimi Hendrix tribute guy, and he played nothing but old Strats, but he played it, loved it. It had a reverse headstock with a maple neck, and it was an orange transparent body, and everything, I just built it, and it played really great. It just had a tremolo, stock tremolo on it, no Floyd Rose. And it was a great guitar. I don't know why at the time I got rid of it. I was more into Jackson necks and Charvel bodies. But this reminds me a lot of that body. That's why I was thinking about doing something with it. But if you can come across one of these RGX110s, it's a great guitar for the money. And once in a while, since I got this one recently, I've seen one pulled up for like 150 bucks. And then all the other ones I've seen are 415, 400. So if you can snatch this guitar up, it's great for a beginner, and it's great for a shredder, for a backup guitar. I'd use this hands down if I was doing a show as a backup guitar with one knob. You know, I mean, if you're playing rock, this would be a great backup guitar for like no money. Anyway, I think this one, it might be alder. I don't think it's ash. It's a lot lighter than the other one. So it could be alder. I'm not really sure. I didn't research it that much at the time, but it's got a beautiful neck on it. It's a deep, deep rosewood, dark rosewood, really quality. The frets are great. They're a little bigger. It's just very well made. That's one thing I can say about Yamaha. I don't mind coming across old Yamahas, like the old SGBs, 2000, whatever they're called. Old Yamaha guitars are awesome. They're really, really nice. So, but when you find these little deals, go ahead and pick it up, man. You can't lose. You cannot lose. I mean, unless you have a twisted neck or broken truss rod, something like that. Even at the price they're going for, if you want to get rid of the neck and want the body, or vice versa, the neck's really good too. I would suggest checking them out. Anyway, that's a quick review of today's guitars. Please subscribe, hit like, notifications, and I have more stuff coming up. Got about 4, 5, 6 more guitars to review, and I keep looking every day. And I'll be reviewing my amp and stuff too. In the meantime, I'm going to try and get this lighting, computer thing figured out so I can play some blues riffs for you guys, some rock riffs, and we'll have a good jam. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Have a great day. Hey guys, one thing I wanted to tell you is that I had forgotten. I have a couple albums out. You can hear them on YouTube. So if you want to hear my playing and you have any questions about the amps I use, guitars I use, the first one is called Moon Farm Space Band. Moon Farm Space Band. There's a full album there. Most of the guitars used on that were ES135, Gibson, and what else did I use there? I think I had a Les Paul and a Telecaster Deluxe. After that album, I did another one. I mean, I did other albums years ago too, but after these are the last 2 albums I did. 2015, I worked with a band called Dayride, Ritual, D-A-Y-R-I-D-E, space, Ritual, R-I-T-U-A-L. And on that album, there's an album on there. There's actually 2 on there now, but I used Mesa Boogie Rectifier, a Marshall DSO 100 in stereo. I used a Hammer 98 Explorer, which my daughter has, Paul Reed Smith, Les Paul, and Deluxe Telly for those recordings. So if you want to go there and check them out, listen to some of the songs, you know, and maybe you'll like some, listen to some of the solos, etc. If you have any questions, that's how I basically did that recording. The first album, Moon Farm, I did with the DSO 100, 2 of them in stereo, Marshall heads and cabinets. Anyway, thank you very much, and just wanted to give you that because I haven't been able to play much yet, at least to hear some of my playing. Okay, thanks again. Have a good day.